This is a real life story with 100 gram of fiction in it. When Anika got married into Arjun's family, everyone said that she was lucky, the house was big, the family was respected, and the name known in the city. She thought she had entered a new world, brighter, bigger, and far more polished than anything she had known. But from the very first day, she felt like a guest who had overstayed. Even the marble walls seemed to whisper, "You don't belong here." Her mother in law was kind, but always busy. Her world was full of friends, parties, shopping. Her father in law spent most of his time in his business. They were not rude, but they never really saw her either. And the hardest part was Arjun. He was educated, smart, and confident. The kind of man who had seen the world, but he wasn't happy with this marriage. He was polite, yes, but distant. He did his duties, paid the bills, asked if she needed anything, yet there was no warmth, no laughter between them. Anika was simple, her world was small, cooking, little dreams, taking naps. Arjun's world was big, foreign friends, deep talks, bold ideas. They lived in the same house, but not in the same life. After some months, Anika started feeling like air, there but unseen. She tried to please everyone. She smiled, cooked, dressed nicely, but nothing changed. Her heart grew heavier each day. One afternoon, she read a quote online: "If you want to change someone, change yourself first." That line stayed in her mind. She realized she had spent all of her energy trying to be enough for others, but she had never tried to know herself. That night, while everyone slept, she searched online and found a free course in graphic designing. She always liked drawing small doodles on paper. Maybe she could learn more. Maybe she could build something for her own. She didn't tell anyone. Every day she woke early, finished the chores, and studied quietly. Something inside her began to change, slowly but surely. She stopped trying to impress. She spoke less, but felt calmer. Her peace started coming from inside, not outside. Psychologists say when a person starts focusing inwards, they begin to heal from old patterns. They call this stage self differentiation. When a person learns to stand emotionally on their own feet without needing validation. Spiritually, it was like the universe had turned her pain into a teacher. It was her karmic shift, the universe whispering, "Go within, the answers are there." Arjun noticed, but didn't understand. She was no longer waiting for him, no longer chasing him with questions and worries. She was just there, peaceful, focused, and different. One night, he saw her sitting at the dining table with her laptop. "What are you doing?" he asked. "Working on a logo," she said. It was a freelance project. He looked surprised and asked if she is working now. She smiled softly and said she is just saving money for a divorce lawyer. She said it was a joke, but something inside Arjun's chest tightened. He laughed it off, but that night he couldn't sleep. For the first time, he felt afraid of losing her. Day passed, and Arjun began to change too. He started asking about her work, helped her with small things, joined her for evening tea. The silence between them started to melt. Anika saw his efforts but didn't rush to respond. She was still learning to stay strong in her own peace. She had understood one thing: love should never cost self respect. Her prayers became softer. "God help me learn the lessons hidden in my pain," she whispered every night. She understood now that the universe doesn't punish, it teaches. Her loneliness had become a mirror, showing her how much she had abandoned herself. Her life was not perfect, but she was growing. Her heart had stopped begging and started believing. She had learned that you need to heal yourself. The world around you starts to heal too. Anika didn't want to leave that marriage because there was no abuse, no betrayal, only two people trying to understand each other better. She wanted it to be beautiful again, but with equal efforts from both the sides. And slowly that started to happen. Now, when she walks through the house, the walls don't stare anymore. They seem warmer, almost kind. Maybe nothing outside had truly changed. Maybe it was Anika who had. So she stayed, not because she was weak, but because she had became strong enough to choose peace over escape. In time, the house didn't feel so cold. The walls still had differences, but they had something new too: respect. And Anika, for the first time, felt seen, not because someone has noticed her worth, but because she had found herself. Anika learned healing isn't about fixing others, it's about meeting yourself where you once felt lost. And in doing that, she found her home inside her own heart. So, the story of the moral is eat, sleep, and work. Don't get married.